Oh hey, didn't see you there. I'm Hasan Piker and this is Bro Tip. This week's Bro Tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. On this week's Social Guru, we cover an old classic warhorse, the let's get out of here rule.
So you're saying that men don't get angry at all?
Not real men. Beta males. Are you a beta male?
You for bringing this up right here and right now.
I don't know. What is a beta male?
An
You have
angry
to define
person.
it for me.
A male with anger.
Why are you talking to me about some weirdo nonsense? You think it's funny, dude? What's wrong with you? What are you looking at, bro?
Oh, okay. That's a beta.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and what? Zoinks! It appears that I'm maybe last to the party, as apparently everybody knew about this, but, you know, most people have an interesting past on the internet, especially content creators. Most of us started creating content and trying to, like, find our way, and are there pieces of content out there that I made that I regret? Yeah, probably. You know, I used to make YouTube videos about repairing computers, playing claw machines, remote control cars, Magic the Gathering. I've been creating content for so many years. There are certainly some cringe videos out there, so I don't really necessarily hold it against people when that exists, but I do think this one's pretty funny. You know, Hasan is probably the most popular political streamer on Twitch. But what a lot of people, you probably knew that, right? You probably knew that. Fake socialist, fake communist, multi-millionaire, drives a $200,000 Porsche, and is always complaining about rich people. You have to be an actual moron to see that level of hypocrisy play out in front of you constantly, designer clothes and all this kind of stuff, and then like pretend that he's with you fighting against the machine, because he's not. He's just there to grift you. But much like Jack Murphy, Hasan had the exact same upbringing, starting in the bro alpha space, teaching men how to get laid, writing cringe blogs, many of which are resurfacing this week, and it's pretty hilarious to point it out. Now, everyone has their past, and I really... the things that Hasan says in these videos or blog posts are way less offensive than things that he said in modern era, like saying that America deserved what happened to the Twin Towers, and then going on the Young Turks and literally blaming it on English not being his first language. Like he tried to use that as an excuse. That kind of stuff is obviously actually inflammatory, but this is pretty hilarious, and I'm going to get right into it after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Meta PCs. Look, you've been around, you know that I've been talking about Meta PCs for a very long time. In fact, it's the primary computer I use. But it's not just because they're a sponsor. It's for so many more reasons. They have fully customizable, configurable PCs, and all the hardest to find parts in stock and ready to go. They also have ready to ship PCs ready for you today. Here's a couple reasons why I like Meta PCs. First and foremost, it's veteran ownership. Meta PCs is a veteran-owned business. One of Meta's owners has served both in Afghanistan and Iraq and received a Purple Heart for his service. Meta also employs military veterans in Meta's Operations Center and also provides systems to veterans going back to school to help them re-enter the workforce all across the United States. They offer financing. It has 100% US-based sales and support. And when you receive your PC, it's ready to go right out of the box. You don't have to get complicated and set things up. You just plug it all in and you're ready to rock. And on top of that, Meta PCs is offering you, my viewer, a huge discount when you use the link in the description or you use promo code TheQuartering. If you use my code at checkout, not only do you save money, but you support my content and a company that will not bow to cancel culture. So maybe you're not ready to pick up a new computer today, but when you are, remember to go to metapcs.com and use promo code TheQuartering to support me and to save money. And everybody wins. So a tweet that I can't show you because there's spicy images in it, but I can read it to you, I guess, off screen, and then share some of the thread and some of the actual posts because they're all pretty hilarious. So shout out to @tractor_fan. Apparently they have a podcast too. I had no idea, they write, that Hasan Piker had a whole blog where he called himself the Brofessor. And he wrote about spicy videos and how to be an alpha male before he became a wildly popular left-wing Twitch streamer. What a coincidence! It seemed like a lot of people were a part of this grift. There are right-wing, by the way, there are right-wing political commentators that also have a history in writing these weird pickup articles. Guys like Mike Cernovich, you know, he constantly gets brought up. If you don't like acknowledge, quote unquote, your own side, then I think you're a hack. Mike Cernovich does have some spicy videos out, or spicy articles, I believe it is, out there. He ran in those same circles. Now, you have Jack Murphy. We all remember him. He was a regular appearance on Tim Pool's Timcast and built a massive business charging single men, for the most part, or men that wanted to improve themselves, thousands of dollars a year for an internet forum. A good idea, allowing men to get together and work on projects and hold each other accountable. Something I do in my Gilded server, which is like Discord, but it's less censorious. You can do that in my Gilded server for free, and you don't have to pay me to do it. By the way, have you joined my Gilded yet? Anyway, after becoming a prominent right-wing streamer or personality, people started looking into Jack Murphy's past. And he had videos, as were discovered by, or not discovered by, but tweeted out by lots of people, including having him putting things inside of himself and, committing different acts for money on camera, writing articles about just being terrible to women. And he used to sell the Alpha Male Guide. And it's always these guys that, of course, are the most beta of them all. And we have Hasan now. Here's just a little sample.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Hasan Piker, and this is Bro Tip. This week's Bro Tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. A few things to consider when you're thinking about Lady Gaga as the top contender for Babe of the Week should be the fact that she might have a penis. The fact that Lady Gaga might have a small penis does absolutely terrify me.
Whoa, transphobic much, Hasan Piker?
Here's why the 5-second rule works. Because when you start thinking for longer than 5 seconds, you're immediately not thinking with your dick and also thinking with this pesky thing up here that we like to call our brains.
Now, is he playing a character here? I'm certain of it. But this was his actual brand. And there was a point, why is Hasan trending? Interesting. There was a point where the Young Turks had a whole series. In fact, they used him to fundraise. Here's initial. It's still up. I am Bro Tip. Hear me roar. Hasan Piker. Give us money. Give us money. $404,000 so we could build a new facility. When did they run this? Does it say? I can't see a date. But they fundraised off Bro Tip. Let's see the last update. So it was 2014 was the last update. Interesting, isn't it? Isn't it funny that his past is exactly the same upbringing as the exact same product as Jack Murphy?
So once you start thinking with your brain, you're immediately going to psych yourself out. Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark? I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it. Look, this is a classic example of what happens when your father doesn't pay attention to you. You turn out to be a slut who's craving for attention.
Okay, unironically based. I mean, but this all like, so he meant it here or he didn't. Well, the reality was he realized that becoming a, from alpha male to golden girl. Yeah, I don't get this. I mean, first of all, dude is wearing Crocs with, I don't know what he's wearing, socks with sandals. He looks ridiculous. I don't even know who that guy is. Is that Ludwig? I don't know. Everyone else has black shoes on, black pants. I don't know. They all look ridiculous. But hey, I don't have that kind of money. Once you have millions and millions in the bank, you can dress however you want, and they call it fashionable. But it's interesting to see him trending now. It looks like this is like kind of coming around to bite him in the rear. Obviously, we had a situation at TwitchCon where he had multiple verbal altercations with people. And by the way, like, verbal altercation seemed fine. It's where he admitted to spitting on a paid attendee simply for asking him. Oh yeah, so this is why it's trending, right? I can't believe it's taken this long to figure out that Hasan advocated for getting girls drunk and separating them from their friends so you could pressure them into hooking up. And what's funny? That's exactly what he did do. You had this. Bro tip, let's get out of here.
For centuries and helped even the Vikings get laid. I actually lost my virginity with this rule, by the way. I'm not going to lie. So you're in the club. You finally use the 5-second rule because you're smart now, because you follow bro tip, and you start talking to this girl. It finally leads to hooking up, and you're bold enough to grab an ass cheek and then maybe even get some hand play downstairs.
Some hand play downstairs?
What is the next move? You need to get out of there, and you need to get out of there fast.
Yep.
Hopefully with the girl. So you have to use these 5 magic words. Let's get out of here. You might think, wait a minute, there's no way this is gonna work. Yes, it does. Let's get out of here. It's time to get out of there, and it's time to separate her from her herd, meaning her crowd of girlfriends that are going to do their best to cock block you because they're fat and lonely.
I mean, this Hasan is... I like this Hasan. Right? I like this guy's funny. Now, I truly believe that this is Hasan playing a character. But why hide all this stuff? The Young Turks deleting all these videos, trying to hide it, only now resurfacing on the internet. Pretty embarrassing stuff. Not really that bad. I'm sure I have some cringe videos. It's this is their hero though. And I think that ultimately you have a situation where he probably wasn't that guy, the bro tips guy, and he's probably not your socialist Che Guevara LARPer either. Either way, peas of a pod, Hasan Piker, Jack Murphy, revealed to the world. Feel free to look up some of his old blogs. They're all out there still. The website's still up. It was up, and you can find it in Archive, Internet Wayback Machine. It's all hilarious, over-the-top misogynistic stuff. Stuff now that, of course, Hasan would say is evil. But it would matter. I guess it wouldn't matter if which Hasan was accessing it, the one that's on camera or the one that's off. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.